Hi, I'm Jordan from Kettner Creative. In this video, I want to introduce you to the Elation SDC12 lighting controller. If you're unsure of how DMX works, we have another video called How to Program DMX Lights, where we walk through a very similar setup, but we talk about how the system actually works. This video is just about the SDC12 lighting controller. If you're an AV geek like me and you love watching these videos, please like and subscribe so you can see more of the videos that we create. Kettner Creative is an audio-visual company located in Western Canada. We create these videos on a regular basis, walking through all the tools that we use to produce events for our clients. The Elation SDC12 is a 12-channel lighting controller. Now, if you look at the front, you can see that there's 2 layers of 6 channels. So there's 6 faders that, depending on how you toggle the toggle button here, the channel bank, you can control all 12 channels. There's a master fader on the far right-hand side as well. On the side, there's a spot for a 9-volt battery, so you can use this without direct DC power input. On the rear of the fixture, you can see that there is the DC power input, a power on and off, all the dip switches here, so you can augment the starting address of this lighting controller. So if you need this controller to start at channel 1, just put the first dip switch up. That's the first thing that you'll need to do when you take this controller out of the box. If you want this controller to start at channel 45, you'll have to set the dip switches accordingly to make that happen. Now there's 2 DMX outputs. There's a 3-pin and a 5-pin DMX output on the back of this lighting console. Now, the one drawback that I don't like about this lighting console is what it does when it loses power. This is probably why they put a 9-volt battery in it, but if this controller turns off and turns on, it will stop sending DMX output. That's pretty common with most small analog DMX controllers. But what this doesn't have is it doesn't have the blackout button. Most analog DMX lighting controllers, when you turn them back on, there'll be a blackout button that you have to unclick and it'll start outputting. With this, you have to actually wiggle each channel to reset the value, and when you get to the last one, then the light will turn on. So let me show you. We're going to set a custom color on our RGB-A LED light here, and if the power goes off and back on, it will stop outputting DMX. Now, to get that color back, we need to wiggle the master fader, wiggle each individual channel, and then it comes back to where it was. So just be aware of that. That's the biggest drawback that we have for this controller. How we typically use this is we don't mess around with the second layer of 6 channels. We keep it pretty basic. We always use the channel bank selector button to control the first 6 channels only. And we'll reserve the first channel for LED lecos or some type of generic stage wash. The second channel we reserve for a podium special or a gobo or something like that around the room. And then the next 4 channels we reserve for our LED light. So for us, it's red, green, blue, amber. And that's typically how we use this. So for a small corporate, this is totally perfect as long as you don't have power loss. If you do have power loss, I highly recommend or hope that you have a battery in the 9-volt battery slot, because that will prevent the DMX from dropping. If you have any other questions about this lighting controller, please leave a comment in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos like this on other equipment that we have, please like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.